This is Pete Feenstra on Sunday, the, help me on this, the 11th of March 2012, live at the Beaglewood Club, talking to the W.T. Feenstra band from Indianapolis, somewhere in the Midwest. Is that right, boys?
Correct.
On my right, I've got
Austin Shear. I'm the bass player in the band.
Travis Feenstra, guitarist and singer.
And Chris Taylor, I'm the drummer, because somebody has to be.
Yeah, hey. They're always the joker in the band. Anyway, we're here to talk about your brand new album, the tour that you're presently doing. The album's called Juggling Dynamite on Mystic Records, and you're touring the UK with this at the moment.
Correct.
And how many dates have you done so far?
I believe 8.
Yeah, so you're counting.
Yeah.
And got a few more to do?
8.
Wow.
So we're right
halfway through it?
Yeah, halfway through.
So they're visibly wilting tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing this for www.getreadytorock.com. I always forget to say that. And that being the case, we're going to talk about the elements of rock, blues, and all the kind of other stuff you do.
Sounds good.
You do rock, blues, bit of soul. Is that about right?
Yeah, I think
if anybody hasn't seen the band before.
Right, maybe a little bit of funk thrown in.
A lot of funk thrown in. How could I forget funk? So this album is your second big release, I guess?
Second big release, but our third record. There is one in the back, I guess, back catalogue kind of.
Yeah, yeah. And then what makes this one different from the one before, which was absolutely excellent? I've forgotten the title of it, but it's
Wish You Well.
Wish You Well, which really was a soulful, well-produced record with great songs.
Thank you.
Does this kind of continue in the same vein?
I think with the production and the songs, yeah, but it's also a little bit more guitar-based, maybe.
Yeah. Which is what fans are looking for. Sorry, Chris. So
it's a little bit more guitar-based, a little funkier, I think, than the last one as well, but kind of in the same vein of letting the song be the song and just kind of.
And were they road tested before you went in the studio? Did you play these songs like?
Not really.
You kind of did them there when you recorded? Was that the?
Yeah, we had a lot of ideas and we had basic tunes coming in, but our producer Scott Velasco really helped out a lot with doing what the producer does, help shaping the band, shaping the song.
Yeah. He seemed to capture exactly what you did in the studio on the last record, didn't he?
I think so, yeah, he's great.
Is he somebody you've been working with for quite some time?
Wish You Well was the first time I ever worked with him, and I really only met him maybe a month or two prior before that. Yeah, so it started out as strictly a professional relationship. Now we've become friends, which is great. But I can't see any reason to not work with him in the future.
It works really well. Is he from kind of Midwest as well? Or is he
he's from Nashville.
Okay, so he brings that kind of sensibility to the thing.
Yeah, and it's what he does every day. He's a professional. So.
And what's the relationship between you as the guys in the band and the songs, and him as the producer? What does he bring to it after you deliver the songs, as it were?
He kind of just takes the tune and polishes it. For instance,
go for it.
The Road Is Mine was one that he really didn't touch that much. We kind of had our grooves planned out and stuff like that. But Nickel Soul was one that he kind of really shaped. We had 2 verses and a chorus, and he said, "Well, what if we give them dynamics with the first verse being kind of a lower register and whatnot."
Yeah.
So.
And bring it up.
Yeah, and then bring it up and let it just one playing.
And what about you, Chris? Are you allowed to let rip in the studio, or do you have to kind of stick to the arrangements and you don't stretch things out?
Actually, with Travis's workings, it makes it real easy. I was able to just get in the studio and adapt, to get a feel for the songs, and just work my own magic on his, and it just came together perfect.
And you and Austin are a great rhythm section, of course, so I guess there's a few grooves going there, which is part and parcel of what this band is about, of
course. Exactly, it has to be.
And have the songs developed since you've been touring them so hard?
Yeah, without a doubt. I think every artist says this. I mean, I think they even asked the Beatles. They said, if you could re-record one song, what would it be? And I think it was John said, all of them.
Yeah.
And that's the way that I feel with every record I've ever done. Is give me a month after playing the record, I want to re-record it. So.
And I guess some of them are unrecognisable from where they first started to what they are now.
Yeah.
So, do you do much work back home, or do you kind of put it all into when you come to Europe?
A little bit of both. We tour more extensively, and here in Europe, but back home we.
As do a lot of American bands, of course, because it's all compressed.
Exactly. In the States, we try to stay regional with the neighboring states, and quite frankly, we can get enough work in those areas.
Yeah. That's quite a common thing with a lot of bands and stuff like that. But anyway, people have been taken, well, especially in the northeast, people have been taken to you. Real hero up in Newcastle and all that kind of.
Yeah, it's been.
And you're kind of breaking it down here now. You play with Walter Trout in a few dates, which is great.
Yeah.
And a little known fact is that Austin bass player is related to Rick Knapp, Walter's bass player. What's your relationship with him?
Well,
You're
Rick
both
is-
bass players.
We're both bass players. Yeah, Rick taught me how to play bass. This is a really good honor tomorrow to be able to meet up with Rick again, and it's full circle for me to see him tomorrow. And we're both over here in England.
That's a blast.
Yeah, it's a real honor. Like I said, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, guys. Well, I hope you have. I know we're going to have a great one tonight. I hopefully have a great one with Walter on Tuesday. It's been great talking to you. The album, once again, is called Juggling Dynamite on Mystic Records. It's their best album. There being the W.T. Feenstra band, ladies and gentlemen. Check them out. Where else? What other dates have you got to come that people can look out for? Any ideas of the towns? Linda might be able to tell us.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say.
Linda Valentine, who road manages the whole thing. And
well, we've got 5 dates with Walter obviously coming up, and we're ranging from Swansea right down to Cornwall, Bristol, Wolverhampton, etc. Once we finish with Walter, then we're off up to Maryport, the Golden Lion Hotel.
And you played the festival up there, of course, before.
Did play the festival a couple of years ago, main stage. Shared the stage with John Mayall and Paul Jones, of course. And following that, we're going to finish the tour off back in the northeast, where they started it.
So it's a kind of boomerang effect.
Yeah.
Okay, it's been great talking to you guys.
Thanks, Pete.
Pete Feenstra one more time.
Thank you, Pete.
Talk to the W.T. Feenstra band. Thank you to Linda. Thank you to your man on the camera, whose name's totally escaped me.
John Short.
John Short did a great job. He's not getting paid for this, but he's not. Thank you very much and good night.